Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is James Cook. I've never actually said that before in over 500 videos. Crazy. And today I'm gonna try and explain how I'm solving a problem that I've had. You see, time is my enemy. So today I'm going to try and explain how I'm hopefully fixing the #1 issue in my life, which is lack of time. I never seem to have enough. This is what I'm currently trying to use for planning. Because if I can plan what I want to say and how I want to say it, then hopefully I can shoot quicker and more efficiently and then edit quicker and more efficiently because I'll have shot what I want and not the stuff that I don't. So that's the plan. And this is how I'm doing it. On my tablet over here, I have this rather beautiful mind mapping application. Simple Mind it's called, appropriate. And I find it really, really good. Very quick. And quick is handy because I can't have it be a situation where planning takes up more time than not planning. That's not the point. So a mind map is kind of a simple, non-linear way to represent information. Now there are a bunch of rules about how you're supposed to do them properly, and I don't follow those because I don't want to, and because it's actually not helpful for what I'm trying to do. I just need a way of taking my idea for the day's vlog post and getting it down somewhere where I can look at it a day or two later and think about how I can fit what I want to say around what's going to be happening in that day. Me and Jasper are going to head to the skate park now. Even if you're going to be leaving in just a minute, it is always worth putting the climate on, because even in 5 minutes it'll heat the battery up a reasonable amount, and it's been freezing outside. Looks pretty good weather now, which is why we're going out. Need that. Go on, Jasper, let's go, let's get you in the car.
I'm so tired now.
You've been working hard this morning. Come on. Oh, when the sun is out, you can just do more in life. Difficult to plan for good weather though, at least in this country. You never know when it's going to snow. Good exercise coming to the skate park. Well, more for him than me. So why do I need more time? Why do I need to plan more efficiently? Well, so I can do things like this. Spend time with Jasper, come to the skate park, and also I've been dying to try out a bit of colour grading because I was watching some Peter McKinnon videos and he's got some great tips. In particular, trying to make my GoPro footage look a little better. So I'm gonna have a go with that now. So to cut a long story short, what Peter McKinnon was suggesting you do with your GoPro footage to try and make it look less GoPro-y is medium sharpness and make it a flat sort of colour space, so it's not that sort of GoPro colour, which obviously will make it look GoPro-y. And there's something else he said as well. Can't remember. Basically, you need to put it in Pro Tune and sort of fiddle with things a bit. Don't let the ISO go above 800, so ISO between 100 and 800. Automatic shutter speed so that it will adapt automatically as you go colour, you know, from light to dark. And now, I think it's time to give it a go. I've remembered what that other GoPro tip was. Don't shoot in wide or super wide. Have it be linear. That way, it doesn't have quite so much of a fisheye sort of distortion to it. and up the hill. That is exactly the kind of fun that you can only have when you've got a bit of time on your hands, which means being efficient, which means planning, I think. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm totally the wrong track here, but I'm pretty sure that if you know what you've got to do in the day and then you just get on with it, you should have a lot more time for, you know, scootering and just generally entertaining this one, which is important because it's half term now. The good news is I've now got loads of awesome GoPro footage that I can try and colour correct and grade. And I want to spend more time doing that. I really do. It's something I've struggled to actually fit into my workflow thus far. And I want to do it. It can make a massive difference to the look and feel of a video. Come on, let's get you in. Okay, so that was good fun. Let's talk a little bit about exactly what I mean when I say mind map, because, you know, there are like proper mind maps and then there's what I'm doing, which is not a proper mind map. So, let's have a look. Part of the reason why I particularly like mind maps, they're not especially linear. And that is really, really helpful because I often don't know exactly what's going to happen in a given day. I actually need to sort of be doing that day and then something will come up. And the ability to have a sort of non-linear system, like we're all a little mad, creativity, doing new things. So if something comes up that fits into that creativity box, I know that I can try and tie that in with the overall theme of the post. That sort of thing. So whereas if I just sort of planned it out, sort of all scene by scene, then what would eventually wind up happening, or in fact what would happen almost every single time, is something would come up, it would go off plan, and then it would just wind up, you know, the planning would have been useful, but it wouldn't have been as useful. Well, by the sounds of it, Jasper requires my help. So I'm running seriously late today with my blog post. Principally, or at least partly, because I tried my hand at colour correcting and colour grading, and really I have no clue what I'm doing with this, so it's just a case of having a go. But I haven't yet sort of got used to the amount of time that adds extra and found ways to do it sort of a slightly more quick and efficient methodology. But at least when it comes to planning, I have. And one of the great advantages of planning is that if you do it in advance, then when it gets to the day, I don't feel like I have to take a shot of everything, because I have a rough idea what kind of shots I'm going to want for the vlog post. Which means I'm not constantly reaching for my camera. It also means I'm not constantly thinking, do I want this? Do I want this in the vlog? And that's part of the problem with getting on with life, is I can't constantly be thinking, what should I or shouldn't I have in the day? So, with a mind map, the solution, and the reason it works so well, is because it works very quickly. So I can just press and hold and grab sections and move it around. Right, I'm going to get this video up now, otherwise it's going to become ridiculous and there'll be no point doing it today, which would be a real shame because I've done all the work, just needs to go up. Okay, now that's all done. It just leaves me to say goodbye for the day. I hope you found today's video interesting. If you have, remember to like it, and share it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram if you don't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily vlog. Bye. Fit what I want to say around what's going to be happening in that day, which has been made slightly more difficult for today because I woke up thinking I was going to be going to get my tooth sorted at the dentist, and actually I'm not doing that. So today's plan has already been sort of binned and a new one created, but that's life.